At a top fashion brand's job interview, the applicants were given the task of repairing a torn piece of cloth. To everyone's surprise, the only one who could restore it perfectly was an 80-year-old grandmother. Afterward, the boss brought out a damaged luxury garment. This piece had once belonged to a celebrity 80 years ago, and later it had been sold at an auction to a collector. The collector commissioned them to restore the garment to its original state, for a price of $1 million, but gave them only 2 days to complete it. Hearing these harsh conditions, the employees immediately explained to the boss that the garment was sewn with woolen threads of many different qualities, making the restoration extremely difficult. The studio hadn't even found the right matching materials. It was impossible to finish within the time limit. Even so, the boss ordered everyone to work around the clock without a break. She said she would slowly source the materials, but if the task wasn't finished, everyone would be fired. With no other choice, the employees rushed to begin work. No one dared to relax, but finding the exact matching threads was incredibly difficult. They searched all through the night, yet found nothing. On top of that, everyone was completely exhausted. On the very last day of the deadline, one employee suddenly collapsed from fatigue, but the boss still refused to let her go to the hospital, insisting that she continue working. Witnessing this, the other employees one by one put down their work and left the site. No one was willing to obey such a boss anymore. The boss, having lost her confidence, began preparing the compensation money, but no one noticed that the 80-year-old grandmother had stayed behind. She didn't want everyone's efforts to go to waste, so she contacted an old friend who owned an antique shop. The two of them searched everywhere, and finally found thread that was exactly the same as the garments, but there were only 5 hours left. Seeing the time, the grandmother felt discouraged, yet her old friend encouraged her. As long as you don't give up, it's still possible. With her friend's assistance, the grandmother succeeded in completing the restoration. The next morning, when the boss saw the garment fully repaired, she was stunned. Every detail had been perfectly restored. She could hardly believe it. In the end, they successfully completed the commission, and the grandmother's salary was raised tenfold.